would you like to heal your nervous system with Amanita Muscaria? Rael Inshan will tell us how to do it. And what's so special about Rael is that he is a consciousness educator, mushroom forager, and founder of Amanita Warriors, a microdosing company focused on the therapeutic use of Amanita Muscaria. And after a difficult upbringing, chronic health issues, and decades of insomnia, Rael turned to psychedelics in search of healing. And what followed was a years-long journey of exploration, including more than 1,200 plant medicine ceremonies. So, Rael, tell us more about Amanita Muscaria and its benefits for the nervous system, for overcoming trauma, for overcoming addictions, and many more conditions.
Heal Podcast with Lily Patrascu shares longevity and anti-aging techniques to stay young forever, increase energy, overcome addiction, and live your longest, best life ever. Shared by world's most innovative, alternative, and traditional health thought leaders, healers, and doctors. Discover quantum healing strategies to heal your mind, body, and soul.
Yeah, Amanita Muscaria is a very powerful healer in many respects. What it's able to do is regenerate the nervous system because it is neurogenic. And so it's able to actually take damaged parts of your brain or your body, things that aren't working right, and just make them work more functionally again. And this works for literally any neurological disorder, anything from OCD to PTSD all the way up to Parkinson's. All of the symptoms of these illnesses are alleviated when people take Amanita Muscaria.
Wow, that's so interesting. Tell us about your journey discovering this specific plant and how did it work for you in particular, or how did it work for some of your clients in terms of helping them to heal or reduce the symptoms of some of the conditions that they had?
Yeah, I discovered it because I had chronic insomnia for about 20 years. And then when I discovered Amanita, I started healing and I never had it again after that. So it cured me of insomnia, and I realized this was a miracle medicine that everyone should hear about because insomnia is a very common problem. And it allows people to be less stressed and more centered and more capable of really focusing on what matters. So Amanita Muscaria is an amazing healer. It's an amazing plant medicine, I should say. And it is absolutely something that people should try.
Thank you. Tell us more about some of the conditions that some of the people you've worked with or you've advised or you've collaborated with. What kind of conditions did they have, and what specifically did they heal or reduce in terms of symptoms for the conditions that they had?
Well, there's all sorts of things that people can be healed from using Amanita. Sometimes it's trauma related. Sometimes it's related to sleep issues. Many times it's emotional, and just people need to feel better during the day and have better lives. So there's a whole range of things that Amanita can heal, mostly related to neurological issues and emotional issues and trauma issues. It can also help with people opening up their spiritual senses and being able to sense things more intuitively and be able to really receive the signals from the universe.
Thank you. How safe is it to use Amanita Muscaria for healing your nervous systems or any conditions related to your mental health?
It's very easy to use it, but essentially anyone should try it if they have issues that they can't seem to get past, like older subconscious issues. Amanita brings up the subconscious mind up to the surface and allows it to be healed. And so because it does that, it provides a window into your own mind that's really deep and really easy to access. And so it provides an experience of healing that is unlike anything else.
Thank you. So how does that compare to other plant medicines that may have like a similar...
Well, Amanita works very deeply. It works on your subconscious mind. It also activates dreams. So very few psychedelics will actually activate dreams. And Amanita, that's specifically what it does. It gives you vivid, lucid dreams. And that's the way in which it heals you. So that's the best way to go about trying it, is to explore that dream space and to allow yourself to really see and feel what's happening in those experiences.
Thank you. Why does dreaming help towards healing when you are using Amanita Muscaria?
Well, because it helps to give you an experience that helps you to reorganize your emotions and helps you to keep your mind more balanced. That's really the main reason. So you want to be able to really get into those dream experiences and fully feel them in order to use them for healing.
Thank you. Tell us more about overcoming trauma with Amanita Muscaria. How long does it take for someone to start seeing the effects of using this plant medicine towards healing?
Yeah, you would really want to use it as a microdose and try to use it once a day. I produce a microdose product that's a tincture concentrate. It's very easy to use. You just take it, it's immediately available. And you want to use a microdose product because it increases the safety. If you prepare the mushrooms yourself, there's a chance something can go wrong. Now, if you Google Amanita Muscaria, it will tell you that it's deadly. And this is completely not true. If you go on the internet and you try to find out what it's about, it will tell you it's deadly, and it's just not true. What Amanita actually is, it's quite safe. It just needs to be prepared in a specific way. That's all. It has to be prepared in a very specific way under certain circumstances, and then it's safe for consumption. But people have to understand that the only way it's deadly is if you go out in the forest and you eat it directly out of the ground. That's the only way it can hurt you.
Thank you. And how long does it take for someone to start seeing the effect of taking Amanita Muscaria towards, let's say, overcoming trauma?
I mean, if you're trying to overcome trauma, it may take a few months of microdosing, but you'll see effects immediately. Like you'll get feelings and sensations come up to the surface that are sort of like your body processing old baggage. And with Amanita, it goes really quickly. So it's very easy to heal you, and it can heal you very fast as long as you maintain your lifestyle in a disciplined manner.
Thank you. Tell us, why does it work, for example? Why does Amanita Muscaria work, for example, towards overcoming trauma?
It works because it's able to calm and alleviate the nervous system to make it more functional, to make it work better. And so by it sort of simmering and calming everything down, everything works in a more efficient way. And that by itself makes everything operate better in your own brain and your nervous system. And now after a bit of time of healing, you can eventually develop a mindset that matches the physical healing. And that's when you've got sort of permanent healing that you don't have to worry about anymore. Then it's just the way you are.
Thank you. Does Amanita Muscaria help people who are, let's say, in a freeze state? You know, when someone is going through trauma, they tend to go into like fight or flight or freeze mode. For those that are like in freeze mode, where they feel like they feel like they can't do anything, would you say that Amanita Muscaria could help people who are dealing with trauma that is leading to some sort of freeze state?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like a fight or flight state. Yeah, that's what it's designed for. It's designed to keep your mind calm and centered and aligned with a higher power, so that you can really feel, your experience of your life. When you're stuck in those fear states, you really can't experience your life very much. You can't really do very much. It's a very difficult way to live. I think we all know that. So Amanita can really help people get out of that.
Thank you. Tell us about the link between spirituality and physical and mental healing with Amanita Muscaria. Why does Amanita Muscaria lead towards that kind of, it seems, holistic sort of healing?
Well, because it works on your whole nervous system all at the same time. So it's able to, it's an ancient organism. It's 400 million years old. And it's known that Amanita Muscaria is actually immortal. So it doesn't die. So it's been alive for 400 million years, remembering every single thing that's happened. So it has vast knowledge way beyond what we are capable of understanding. And because of that, it's able to provide a healing that is just there's nothing like it. There's absolutely nothing like it. And it's amazing to me still that no one really has tried it, because it's such an amazing thing to heal people with.
Thank you. What contraindications are there for Amanita Muscaria, aside from actually sticking to a certain protocol in terms of how, the dose that you already mentioned, that it's very important that the dose is the right one and that it's prepared in the right way? Are there any other things that people should be aware of when it comes to taking Amanita Muscaria for overcoming trauma?
Yeah, they should be aware of, what they want and what they're working on and who they are as a person. People need to really be able to change themselves as they take Amanita. It's not enough to just take it. So they have to be healing themselves. They have to be working on their own mind, their own spirit, and they need to be open to spiritual experiences, spiritual encounters, intuitions, dreams, things that are very powerful that can move people. They need to be ready for that as well.
Thank you. Tell us about overcoming addictions with Amanita Muscaria. What do we need to know about that?
Yeah, with addictions, it helps to alleviate the sensation of like the urge to act upon an impulse. So it reduces your temptations. And so because of that, it makes it very easy to take Amanita, and by itself, you're healed by many things. simply because it just does it automatically.
Oh, that's so interesting. Give us an example of an addiction. Let's say someone is addicted to, I don't know, cocaine or something. Would it help to take Amanita Muscaria?
Yeah, because it reduces the desire to go consume it. Whatever it is you want to consume, it makes it easier to stop doing it.
Okay, so tell us how long it would take for someone to kind of like gradually reduce the need to take cocaine or some other substance when they are taking a, let's say, treatment with Amanita Muscaria?
Yeah, they would probably want to take like if they're taking my products, the concentrate would be like 1 milliliter per night. It's about 1 gram per day. That's a microdose from Amanita. Up to 3 grams is a microdose. When you get above 5, it starts to become like an intermediate dose. So really, up to 3 grams is a microdose, and that's usually enough to get the body healing and working a bit more functionally, so that people can get what they need out of life, be well and healthy.
Thank you. And how long would they need to do this for? Is it a few months or?
Yeah, probably like 3 months is about enough time to really see the full effects of the healing.
Thank you. And do you find that did some people manage to actually fully overcome their addictions or just to reduce it with Amanita Muscaria?
You can fully overcome addictions with it. Absolutely. You just have to be able to, obviously stop doing the activity, but the Amanita helps people to make it easier so that they don't want to do it so badly.
Thank you. Can you tell us any case studies of entrepreneurs you've helped to overcome any traumas or any addictions, or anyone that has healed their nervous system with Amanita Muscaria? And tell us about how this went.
Yeah, I've had many people heal their nervous system with Amanita Muscaria. Many of them were dependent on benzodiazepines, which are medications. And these types of psychiatric medications are really dangerous because they cause physiological adaptation. They force your body to be dependent on the medication. And so I've had a lot of people come to me looking for help with that, and I've been able to guide them towards healing just using Amanita and simple coaching. And so through coaching and Amanita, they're able to get off of these really dangerous, powerful medications that are debilitating. And it's really a big change for those people.
Thank you. So basically, for most people that are dealing with trauma or addictions, they would need to couple the Amanita Muscaria with sessions of coaching because that would be more effective, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And tell us more about that. Like what tends to be the typical client, you can say, the typical person who benefits the most from Amanita Muscaria? Who do you find is like the kind of client that would be like, wow, once I have found this Amanita Muscaria, I have found like, I know, so like a magic potion for healing different conditions. Tell us more about that client avatar who might find this most beneficial.
It's usually somebody who sort of felt called to take it, and then they start taking it and they notice some significant healing, and then they realize that this medicine is just for them. It's sort of an experience thing. They try it, they're amazed by it, they think it's great, they feel the benefits of it, and they really get a lot out of it. That's the kind of person who really goes crazy for it and gets a lot of healing. They're just sort of called to it naturally.
Thank you. But do you find there's any particular, like how you said, because I'm not so familiar with the world of addictions. So are there any particular people that are suffering from a particular condition that find Amanita Muscaria to be most beneficial, aside from what you said, which was a little bit generic? Is there any particular people with specific conditions that you find have found like tremendous help with this?
Yeah, PTSD sufferers, people who have insomnia, people that have trauma issues, kind of the ones that we mentioned already.
Okay, very good. Is there anything else you would like people to know about taking Amanita Muscaria for healing their nervous system?
Yeah, just that it's an amazing thing that people should try. If you want to give it a shot, go visit my website. It's amanitawarrior.com, or my Instagram is Amanita Warriors, and take a look around and see what you think. I've been a mushroom forager for 4 years. I've worked with this plant for a long time. Done a lot of ceremonies with it. I've given it to a lot of people, and I produce products that are very pure and natural, that deliver the essence of nature directly to your system.
Thank you. Is there anything else they need to know in terms of side effects when someone takes Amanita Muscaria? Are there any side effects that people experience?
Yeah, people sometimes will get. There's really no side effects with microdosing, I should say. There are side effects if you take too much, like over 5 grams. You can start to get side effects. But typically, it's very rare that people get side effects from the microdosing. Sometimes it just doesn't work well with that person's body. And so they just, for whatever reason, they just don't use it. They can't use it because it doesn't agree well with their body. But in a lot of cases, people just need to find out what the right dosaging is for them, and just sort of adjust it as they need to.
Thank you. Are there any like similar plant medicines that you have used as well that have kind of like similar effects, or would you say that Amanita, out of all the plant medicines that you've tried, it tends to be like the very best?
Oh, Amanita is the best, in my opinion.
Okay, tell us more about similar plant medicines that you've tried that have also had good effects that kind of like tend to compare to Amanita muscaria.
Yeah, well, there's the common psilocybin, which a lot of people take as sort of the master of all psychedelic mushrooms. Really, Amanita is the master of all psychedelic mushrooms because it's the oldest and the wisest. And some people will compare it with like ayahuasca, but it's a lot different than ayahuasca. The experience is it's like a dream experience, so you're like a subconscious experience basically, and it's very different than basically any other plant medicine. The most similar thing might actually be salvia, but that's a rare experience. That very few people know how to use salvia correctly, so they don't really even understand how that works. So you're not supposed to smoke salvia. People think that you're supposed to smoke it. That's not true. You're supposed to take it as a tea. And so because people have been using it wrong, they don't understand that that's why they're not getting the right effects with that plant medicine. But Amanita muscaria itself is probably the best teacher of the deepest lessons that we have to learn, the most deepest lessons. And so that's why I use it.
Thank you. What would you say most people don't know about Amanita muscaria?
Well, usually they don't know that you can actually consume it. Most people think that it's deadly because that's what they read on Google. But it is actually very healthy to take it when it's in prepared form. And it's very fun to forage it. It's a beautiful thing, part of nature, part of the earth that brings this healing and this amazing connection with nature with it. And so it's just a fantastic medicine in every which way.
Thank you. I've actually heard of ayahuasca, and I've heard of a lot of people doing that. Why would you say that ayahuasca is more popular than Amanita muscaria, for example?
Probably because of the culture around ayahuasca, and there's a lot of history behind it. Whereas Amanita muscaria, the culture that was behind the practice of using it was destroyed when the Soviet Union came to power, and they basically just killed everyone that used it. So that's why there's no culture around the use of Amanita muscaria in modern times.
Thank you. What are some misconceptions that people have about Amanita muscaria, aside from the one that you mentioned about it being deadly?
Yeah, some of the misconceptions are they think that it will do nothing. A lot of times you get mixed reports on people. They don't know how to prepare it. So they try to prepare it themselves. They make a tea, and what they do just doesn't really work right. So then when they consume it, they don't actually get a good experience. They get like a weird, awkward experience. And so they don't understand that the healing with Amanita is slower. It takes more time, and it takes more effort from the person. You have to engage your own willpower for the healing to happen. And so it's very good for people to know that if they're going to take Amanita, they have to also be willing to heal themselves in their own mind.
Tell us more about your journey and how are you going to like take this Amanita muscaria further? Like, what is your mission, or what are you planning to do from now on?
From now on, I just plan on just spreading the word about Amanita, trying to get people to try it, and trying to teach people a little bit about spirituality, and get them more connected that way, so they can find their higher power and find a better life for themselves. Because I think our world is really empty of spiritual things, and that's what we all need right now.
Thank you. Tell us about your search towards spirituality, and like tell us more about how you got there.
Yeah. So when I was about 25. I was really fed up with my life in the U.S. I had sort of accumulated a job and a bunch of other things, but I didn't like my life. And so I left the U.S. and moved to South America, and I spent my time there studying spirituality and doing psychedelics and shamanism, and trying to heal myself from my life that was so painful. And it took a long time, a lot of time to get to the point where I was started to heal. And it was very difficult to find healing. And eventually I found it through, psychedelics. That was what worked for me. It connected me with God, it made me feel connected with the universe. And so feeling that connection for the first time, I started exploring it. And I really wanted to find a way to just use prayer to heal people, to heal myself. And eventually I did, but it took a really long time and a lot of searching. And essentially, I've learned that through correct prayer, we can actually heal from anything. Like literally anything you can heal from. You just have to be able to pray in the right way and live in the right way, have the right demeanor, the right internal attitude, and then it does work.
That's so interesting. Tell us about how entrepreneurs can connect with you.
If any entrepreneurs want to connect with me, they can email me at amanitawarriors@gmail.com. And I would love to talk with somebody if they're interested in my business or in offering products as a retailer. I do sell in bulk. And so if people want to resell my products on their website, I offer tinctures, I offer Amanita mushrooms, and I offer Amanita chocolates, as well, and also extract powder. So extract powder you can use to make any other Amanita product, like gummies or chocolates or whatever you want to make. And so it's a very good dynamic combination for retailers, resellers, to be able to make some money off of Amanita.
Thank you.
Follow me for more interviews with world's most innovative health changemakers to live your healthiest life ever.